they're going to have to find someone just like Tom Cruise in the original Top Gun to make this sequel any good. Forget about PC, that will ruin the movie. Capture the same elements that made the first one so great. The coolness, the casting, the acting, the filming, everything that made the first Top Gun so excellent. Entertaining, not realistic, but entertaining. I just have my doubts they're going to be able to do it again in the sequel. I really do. It really comes down to the chemistry and the casting of the people. The story for sure, the plot for sure. Let's see what happens, but I think it's going to flop. So I talked about this patch in another video. If I tell you I'd have to, yeah, the Mav patch, F14, yeah, you're gone, dude. See ya. Off the table. Here comes Dad's patch, OV10 Bronco. This is a watch review, not a knife review. I say that because you might get confused with this intro. My EDC blades today are Mini Griptilian in yellow. Bought in 2007, this one, I believe, with a Lynch loop over clip available at Blade HQ. I love this clip. I love the knife. Just coming back from a wilderness adventure. Yes, this is what I carried. The mini grip. Watch the BOK adventure videos. They'll be fun. I guarantee it. You'll like them. Back in the wilderness, nothing fancy. About time. Roger. Roger that. And then this is my EDC blade. I'll get to the watch. I'm making a point. This is a SOG Spec Elite 2 Auto Cutlery Shop orange version. Deep carry clip. Oh, so sick. I love this knife as well. I did not go in the mountains with this one, just that one. But there's my EDC combo. So tactical blade, EDC blade. I've been doing that for eons. I've told you guys that. You'll learn what you like by actually putting it on watches or carrying it, knives. In my way of thinking, they're very similar, these two items, to us gear guys. It's one thing to go out and purchase it, put it in your storage location and not wear it. It might give you momentary enjoyment as you fondle it, watching TV or something. But I think the real fun, the real happiness, as I always say with a gear item, is using it and you bond to it in certain adventures and certain uses. So, for instance, these knives, I've been carrying for like 2 weeks. It's hard for me to swap them out. And I get in those ruts, I've said that over and over again, with my knives. And guess what? I do it with my watches too. Now, I've been doing watch reviews around 3 years now here in TMP. I'm not an horologist, or as I like to call them, urologist. I'm just a watch enthusiast, that's all. And I know what I like now, and it's taken probably those 3 years to really find out what my own preferences are. And again, this has come about by wearing the watches. And the sad truth is sometimes you're going to have to spend some money to find out what knives you like, what watches you like, and you'll find out that, oh my gosh, I don't really like that watch. And you spend money on it. Here's what you do. If you don't like a watch, first change the strap. That's right. Change the strap before you dump it. Look, here's it. What is this? MRW 200. This is just a very inexpensive Casio, and it came with that plastic resin strap, which I hated. Dude, I just threaded an 18mm FDE NATO on it, and what a fun little watch. These are like 20 bucks, and the NATO strap was like $8 more. Under 30 bucks, I have a watch that I'm happy to wear again. I don't like the strap that came with it. It's okay. I like this one a lot better. Okay, so that's an example of what I'm talking about. So change the strap first. If you still hate it, sell it. Or give it away. Just dump it. Life's too short to mess around with gear you don't like. Now we're talking about Momemtum, the watch brand. I know, this is a long intro, but I talk about all types of gear in every video. I cross-pollinate constantly, and it's fun. It's entertaining. This is mostly about entertainment. Momemtum Atlas 38. So a 38mm titanium case field watch I reviewed a couple years ago, and it's still in inventory. I'm probably going to either sell it or give it away to one of you guys. Probably to one of the Patreon guys that support me and support the channel, link below, that watch videos in Patreon. I've been doing it. I mean, we're just clearing out inventory. I mean, I'll use ad money, Patreon money to buy this stuff. I don't get it for free. I buy it. I'm an independent voice. And then after the vid's done, cast member for a while, and then we'll dump it. Get rid of it or sell it. I like this watch a lot. Don't get me wrong. The Momemtum Atlas is a great watch. But what I have found in my own preferences, just like knives, you know, colorations, blade shapes, steels, types of clips, you know, we have our preferences, and you'll learn it just by carrying it, not by keeping it in your dresser drawer, that this thing's just too darn small for me. Unless I'm going for first cool, like under a motorcycle glove. Then maybe it's just right. But even still, I can get a really flat, much bigger faced watch, kind of like this Aviate Hawk or Hurricane 4053. So this will go under a moto glove just as easy, and I like the presentation so much more. Look at my watch choice today, and this is never set up for the camera. So I'm wearing actually a Fossil, a really great Fossil. This is a pilot watch, and it has those beautiful sword hands with high legibility that I love. It's a 45.5 millimeter case. Now you're talking. I have 7.5 inch wrists though, so that's me and my sizing and what I like. Maybe you have 6.5 inch wrists and a watch this size, or like I'm going to talk about, the Flatline 42 millimeter is more to your liking and more to your fitting, better said. I get you. I really wish they made this in a 45 millimeter with a titanium case, because this has a titanium case. The Arabic numerals, the markings on this, I'm not going to review it all over, are great. I have learned I don't like shiny borders on my hands anymore. That's another weirdness I have. And I don't like tapered straps, usually. There are some exceptions. So this is slightly tapered. I know, it's just a little thing. But I'm talking preferences, and you have them too. For instance, maybe you get like this one. This is a Mudmaster Homage, a Smale tactical watch. And I've told guys, hey, get one of these, wear it around for 20, 25 bucks. Awesome bands, by the way. They keep great time, but they don't have near the functionality or waterproofness or durability or legibility in the negative display LCD screen as a genuine Casio. But it's a starter watch. Wear it. And then if you love it and you find yourself reaching for it as a daily wear item, then I would say go get a GG1000 or maybe a full-featured and very expensive GWG1000 full-featured Casio Mudmaster, which both are awesome watches. But here's your starter watch. And you're going to do the same thing with knives. Try it, wear it, use it, find out what you like. Now, because I had this experience with the Atlas, when we got and bought with that same money I was talking about, these ones, this is a Momemtum Flatline 42. The name is Flatline. The number, of course, refers to the case size. So 42 millimeters, and it's 9 millimeters in thickness and 48 millimeters on the downturned satin brush case lugs. That is a very slim watch. It's easy to wear. Easy to wear. And this is, of course, the satin finished one, white face, dark hands. The face glows in this one, I believe. And we have a slightly tapered, really beautiful navy blue strap on this one. I really like the straps, for the most part, that Momemtum does. I have another one to show you, and it's wearing the same strap as the Atlas 38. I wouldn't say I actually love this strap so much. It is cool. It's Cordura, not canvas. Everyone calls it a canvas strap. It's Cordura nylon, and it's leather lined. Probably made in China, as is the whole watch, which is a good thing in my estimation. The Chinese watches I've been reviewing are actually better than the Swiss watches. There, I said it, I mean it. And the German watches. They're more durable, more accurate, much higher value. But I'm not, and we'll start off with the straps. I'm not in love with this. I don't like the taper like this. I know it's such a stupid thing, right? Because I've been wearing non-tapering NATOs and Zulus, and I just like that better. Okay, well, look at this Fossil I'm wearing. And again, this isn't set up, it's just my daily wear. This is a non-tapered, maybe just slightly here, but pretty much non-tapered, black, superb quality leather strap. It's Fossil straps, by the way. I know Fossil gets some heat, and they shouldn't. Their straps, their leather straps are like so excellent. They really seem like they come off a much more expensive watch. It's rare that I'll take a Fossil strap off, or if I do, it's going to go right back on. Whip stitch. This is such a great watch and affordable. I'll put the link to this one below if I can find it. Maybe I'll review it separately. Maybe I won't. 100 meter water resistant, mineral, flat crystal on it. I just put my crystal protector on it. So getting back to these straps, my favorite on these, and there are different varieties of the Flatline 42. Maybe I roll in some screenshots, maybe I don't, but you're gonna have different colorations, different I'm talking case colorations, face colorations, and different strap combos. That's cool. So you can go in and find out what you like. My favorite between these two, again, these are, I think, pretty much the same strap, maybe some slight differences due to case size. I like this one. So this navy strap is excellent. I like the stitching on it. It's super comfortable. We've worn all the watches on the table. They are cast members. I think I have some footage of me running the Flatline 42s in the desert. I'll roll that in so the video is slightly more interesting. Just a great strap. We have a frosted clasp. Let's see if they logoed it or not. Nope, it's just nothing there. Two keepers, but a really cool kind of blue distressed leather strap lined, of course, comfortable. I like NATOs and Zulus probably the best. Really high quality leather straps are my second favorite, and I did a whole strap video. I don't know if I'll post that version or redo it. It's probably good enough. And then bracelets, not so much. And then bracelets and maybe silicone straps kind of are tied for third. That's just where I'm at now, my own preferences, and that's what we're talking about for preferences. Now there might be some other straps that they come with it. The cool thing is it's really easy to swap out. These are 22 mils. These ones, I'm going to take the Atlas off the table for now, so you can swap them out. But here's the deal. I don't think these watches are super inexpensive for what you're getting. We paid for this one, and I upgraded on the Sapphire crystal with AR coating. I think on both of these. Let's see if I have it on this one. Yeah, these both have Sapphire crystals, so 195 bucks. That's not inexpensive to me. I know as a reviewer, I concentrate $300 or below. I do, but for that amount of money, I can get like 2 of these AV8s. So this was a $100 watch right here, dude. And for me, just me, it gives me more enjoyment to wear this one over these two. Maybe you're different though. Maybe you look at the elements on this one, the complications, you go, I just don't like it. I don't see how that could be the case. Look at that freaking case back on that. Really excellent leather strap. Oh my gosh. It does have a taper to it, at least right here, but you know, for everything else, a distressed look on it, the coloration of the dial. I've reviewed the 4053 already. Go watch my AV8 review, but this is a new variation I have not shown you yet. Just sick. I just love it. Maybe I'll show you, bounce that one back in. So 200 bucks for a Momemtum Flatline 42 with a Sapphire crystal AR coated. It's in the ballpark for value. It's not a bad value. But what I'm saying is there are other watches that I myself would purchase before this one for the same price. Now, if you go into the realm of divers, my equation is different. But we're talking field watches because that's what the Momemtum Flatline 42 is. It's a field watch. So 200 bucks, more or less. If you get it without a Sapphire crystal, it's going to be less. These are quartz watches, not automatic watches. And I like both of them. I really do. As I've progressed in my own watch experience over the last 3 years, more or less, accelerated by the way, I right now am kind of leaning towards quartzes again. I do. I like picking up a watch, having it set, having it running. I'll replace a battery every 2 years. I don't care. It's really easy to do. Super easy. I've been doing it left and right. I love auto watches as well. I can put up with them. They're quick to set, I know, but that's just where I'm at. I'm trying to think if they make the Flatline 42 in an automatic. I think they make one that looks like it, but it's much more expensive. It seems like when Momemtum puts an auto movement in, I don't know if it's NH35 by Seiko or what, the price goes way up. So decide for yourself if that's something you're interested in. Let's go to the face. I'll start off with this one, give it some love. Talk about some elements that I myself over the years have found that I like less, and that is a very thick bezel on a field watch. And again, it's because I've been working with Fleiger watches. And here comes another AV8 product. This is a Harrier 2 4031-02, and I just love this watch. I haven't reviewed it officially yet, but I will. This is a chrono version. Doesn't have a moving seconds hand in this particular variation. Don't care. Look how thin the bezel is compared to the Momemtum and how much more effective face we have. So that's the first thing I like about this. One, I like the larger size, but it has a better effective face. I'll just leave it there. And I love the hands better. These big, bold hands. Now, I don't want to ding on the Flatline hands because they're actually pretty good. And these two variations that I got have great legibility on them because this one's against a black face. These are black hands against a white face. And so they're giving you some great legibility here. The thing that, again, this is my own preference. If you vary, I totally get it. The thing that slightly bugs me is they're just tiny. They're tiny little hands. And wearing other watches with bolder hands, I just like it better. That's where I'm at. But when I got these, I was like, oh man, that's perfect. But I wore other things. And then we talk about the bezel thickness. The markings on the hands are excellent. So they're very precise. Non-applied numbers here, which, you know, really is kind of a miss because where did that blue one go? Here's the 4053. These are applied markings. See how they're three-dimensional? So this is a watch that costs half the price. And it has, to me, better value. It has more character in the dial, better complications. So even the military time on the AV8 Hawker Hurricane, and this Hawker Hurricane's applied to a lot of different watches in the AV8 line, but they're also applied. They're three-dimensional. And here they're just flat. Well, it's a flat line. Well, I'm just saying, these are misses to me that it just seems like, I don't know, a lower value point watch to me. Also, the hands are good. I like the sword hands. I mentioned on the Atlas 38, I don't like bordered hands anymore. Segmented hands, cathedral hands, And we kind of got that going on in this variation. This one, not so much. That's just my own preference. Maybe you love it. We have a red seconds hand with a lume pip on it, which is super cool. We see the water resistance at 330 feet on it, 100 meter. Sapphire there. I think the markings on the case are very cool. The date window is pretty much unreadable. It's too small. The date window is so tiny. That's not unique to Momemtum though. It's a lot of watches have that problem. Now I would say the graduations on the face here, I'm talking the markings, are just a little bit thick for my preference. It seems like they should be more precise. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's that AV8 again. Look at the thickness on the markings here. But I'm talking between the 5-minute marks. See how thin they are? Well, you know, it's a little thing, whatever. Other things on the hand, I love how it has a flat crystal. I've learned not to like dumb crystals so much. I don't like a magnification effect. That brings us to the back side. And it's a very plain case. Frosted, bead blasted, that's fine. You got your markings here. Sam Moritz Watch Company, now known as, Momemtum. There you go. And quick set dates, standard features on that. Can do it with gloves apparently as well. No big surprise. And we got our crown at the 4 o'clock position if you care. Now we're talking about the case back, and I don't know why I'm using AV8, but it's half the price and it's here on the table. I guess that's why. Let's go back to that case back and value. So if you're going to put out a field watch, it's going to be made in China. Let's upgrade the value and give a cool case back. When I first started reviewing watches, I was like saying, I don't know if I really care about case backs that much. That's a change I've made. I actually kind of do care about them. Maybe it's because I'm reviewing them and I fondle them and look at them, but this is like two different leagues right here. Awesome, not awesome. Double the price, half the price. Look at the polish on this one, dudes. Both are screw-in case backs. They're easy to replace the batteries. Fair enough, gotcha. I hear you, but it's just kind of a miss. And then if we look at the effective face, here comes the white Momemtum Flatline 42. The hands are just a little bit longer. Short, stubby hands. Sorry if I'm just giving all my preferences, but that's what the review's about. I like big, bold hands, almost to a point, the bigger, the bolder, the more I like them. In most watches, will I change? I don't know. Maybe. These are Miyota, I believe, quartz movements in these Momemtum Flatline 42s, which is to say they are reliable. But you know what? So are the seagull movements, the Chinese seagull movements. They're awesome. I've had no problems with those. Even the automatic ones, they are fantastic. So I think your durability will be just fine. I have found the battery will last about 1.5 years, and then you're going to have to replace it. I think they say about every 2 years you replace it. But again, it's an easy process. So just get a case back tool, spin it off, be careful, don't damage the O-ring, put a new power cell in it, and you're good for another 1.5 to 2 years, depending. Oh, let's look at the lume real quick. So glad I remembered this. Olight S20 coming on the table as always. Only the highest production values, nothing fancy. I know. So I really like the lume on this one, how the entire face is luminous. I love that. That's really, really cool. I think the Momemtum lume will beat the AV8 lume. I found the AV8 lume to be okay. Maybe, you know, good, but it's definitely not to Seiko or Citizen level. Hopefully the camera will capture this. I like just doing it as I go, and we'll see what's up. Oh yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. That is awesome. And that actually makes up for some of the other quirks. Maybe the smaller hands. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that. Non-applied numerals, not a big fan of that. Slightly bigger bezel, not a big fan of that. But look at this. That is cool. And then here comes the Blackface version. And this is when the lume is fresh, so give it about 20 minutes. It's going to be much dimmer. And then the AV8 lume right here, just because it's hanging out, it's a little bit less. It's not so impressive. That's one thing I think AV8 should improve is their lume. It's just not great. Now, I don't think this is super luminova on here. If it is, they're not bragging about it on the Momemtum Flatline 42. But as you can see, it's adequate. That lume pip on the seconds hand. There you go. So would I buy the Momemtum Flatline 42? I think I've already answered that, and the answer is no, I wouldn't. Maybe this version. Maybe. Now, I bought them for review. So I'm talking if I'm you. This one I really, really like. I like the navy blue strap. I like the white face. I like the legibility of this one. This one with the tapered OD strap, the shiny hands, which are segmented, I'm a little bit lukewarm on. I definitely would not buy this variation. This one, probably. Would I get the sapphire crystal? No, I wouldn't. I don't think it's worth it. Just put, like I do, armor suit material on it. You just cut out a bezel protector, and that's what this one has on it. This is a mineral crystal. This isn't sapphire. I didn't do a great job because there's some roughness under here, but it's good enough. It's just a wearable item. You can see the demarcation line. So this is wearing my crystal protector. So that's going to save you, I don't know, 50 bucks, 40 bucks to go in a sapphire crystal. I never get it when guys are like, well, it doesn't have a sapphire crystal. I hate it. I'm like, watch my video, put on a crystal protector. Who cares? I mean, I'll beat my watches up too, for sure. I always do, but buy smart. Not saying I don't like the watch. I think it is cool. However, it's not going to get maxed out likability in this WRV. And I'm signing off. Nothing fancy. See ya.